If you are hearing these words, it means the process has already begun within you. Not by accident, not because it just happened, but because something inside you has ripened, a readiness to step beyond the previous version of yourself. Sometimes it begins with pain, sometimes with exhaustion, sometimes with a quiet, almost invisible feeling that life simply cannot continue the way it has. It doesn't matter what the starting point was. What matters is that you are here now, which means your nervous system is already prepared for change. Close your eyes, allow your body to remain still, and simply listen. From this moment, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to try. You don't need to achieve. All that is required is presence and allowing. You are entering a space where the mind begins to influence matter, where thought becomes a signal, where emotion becomes a command, where attention is energy. Science has long known the brain does not distinguish between a real experience and a vividly lived inner one. The body responds not to events but to interpretation, which means that by changing your inner state, you change your biology. Right now, your brain is capable of shifting from survival into restoration, from tension into regeneration, from the past into the present. Take a slow, deep inhale and a long, soft exhale. With every exhale, you step out of the external world, out of expectations, out of roles, out of the story you've been telling yourself. You are no longer your diagnosis, not your age, not your past mistakes, not your fear. You are the consciousness observing the body, and that means you are capable of changing it. Let your breath become rhythmic. The inhale slightly deeper, the exhale slightly longer. When the exhale becomes longer than the inhale, the nervous system receives a signal of safety, and when the body feels safe, it begins to heal. Feel the crown of your head relax. Your forehead smooths. Your eyes rest. Your jaw releases tension. Your neck gently supports your head. Your shoulders drop. Your arms grow heavier. Warmth spreads through your chest. Your belly softens. Your back warms. Your legs seem to dissolve into space. You are no longer holding anything. You don't need to control your breath. The body knows how to breathe, just as it knows how to restore itself. Now bring your attention into the center of your chest, into the area of the heart. Don't think, just feel. Imagine a soft glow appearing in the center of your chest. Not bright, not blinding. Alive, warm, steady. This is not an image, it is a point of focus. And where attention goes, energy flows. With every inhale, this light expands slightly. With every exhale, it deepens. It fills your chest, rises to your throat, moves into your head, descends into your belly, flows through your arms and legs. Every cell seems to remember how to be healthy, how to be whole, how to be in harmony. This is not magic. This is biology responding to a signal. Now allow yourself to realize the body is not you. The body is an instrument, and you are the one giving the commands. And now you are entering a state where commands reach deeper, bypassing the critical mind, bypassing doubt, bypassing old programs. This is the state between sleep and wakefulness, where brain waves slow down, where the subconscious is open, where real change becomes possible. Ask yourself without words, who do I want to be? Not through desire, through state. How does your body feel when it is healthy? How do you breathe? How do you move? How do you look at the world? Let this image arise on its own. Do not force it. It already exists as a potential. Feel yourself in this state. Don't observe it. Be it. Allow emotion to appear. Calm, joy, relief, gratitude. Emotion is a chemical signal, and chemistry is instruction for the cells. When you feel as if it has already happened, the body begins to reorganize itself around this new pattern. Say to yourself mentally, slowly, calmly, "My body knows how to restore itself. My mind and body work in harmony. I release old programs. I choose a new state. I allow healing, not as hope, as fact." Now direct your attention to the place where there once was pain, or tension, or fatigue. Do not fight this place. Do not try to fix it. Just be with it. Tell it, "I see you. I hear you. You no longer need to protect me." On the inhale, light enters this place. On the exhale, old energy leaves. Every exhale, release. Every inhale, new information. You no longer live in past experience. You are forming a new present. Now imagine that you expand beyond the body, not literally, with your attention. You are no longer confined to form. You are the space in which the body exists. In this space, there is no time, no age, no story, only presence and potential. Ask, not with words, but with intention. Who am I without my pain? Who am I without fear? Who am I without the old identity? And simply observe. The answer may come as a feeling of expansion. That is you. Let this state become your new normal. Not a rare moment, but a new baseline. Imagine this state soaking into every cell, every organ, every system. Stress hormones fade. Restorative hormones activate. Neural pathways reorganize. Genes responsible for regeneration receive the signal. This happens not because you are trying, but because you stopped interfering. If thoughts appear, let them pass. If images arise, let them dissolve. You are in a space where nothing needs to be done for everything to begin happening. Stay here, and if sleep comes, allow it to come. Let the unconscious continue the work. Let the body integrate the new state. Tomorrow you may wake up a little calmer, a little clearer, a little closer to yourself. This is the process. Not abrupt, not forceful, but deep and steady. You are not breaking yourself. You are remembering who you have always been. You are not the body. You are not the illness. You are not the past. You are consciousness, capable of creating a new reality. And this process is already underway. Exhale. And with this exhale, release everything you no longer need to carry. Not because it is bad, but because it is complete. Take a slow, deep inhale. And as you inhale, imagine a soft, warm light beginning to move within you. Guide it to the place where tension once lived. Not through effort, not through control, through attention. Allow the energy to do what it does best. Restore, align, release. Feel how the body responds. It may be a subtle warmth, a gentle tingling, a soft wave of relaxation. Tiny signals, but they are there. The body always responds when it is heard. You are reclaiming your inner space, the space that was once occupied by tension, expectation, protection. Now it becomes freedom. And now imagine you are standing at the entrance to the future. Before you, a mist, not frightening, soft like morning air. You cannot see the details, but you know with certainty, beyond this mist is your new life. Not the life built on survival, not the one held together by fear, pain, constant struggle, but the one born from love, from trust, from clear intention. Take a step forward. One step, and you are already inside. Look around. How do you live in this future? Who are you there? How do you move? How do you breathe? How does your body feel? Focus not on the details, but on the state, on the inner tone, on how you feel. You are not imagining, you are remembering. Because in the quantum field of possibilities, this state already exists. And the clearer the image, the more alive the feeling, the closer it comes to you. See yourself in this future as if you are already there, as if it is not someday, but right now. And now allow gratitude to arise, deep, real, not for what is here now, but for what is already arriving. Gratitude is not an emotion, it is a signal to the body and mind. I have already received. I already know. I already feel. Gratitude instantly changes biochemistry. It shifts the nervous system from searching for problems into making decisions. And you begin to live as if the desired has already become real. Because for the brain and body, in this practice, it has. Let this state anchor itself. Feel yourself becoming different, a little clearer, a little lighter, a little freer. You are no longer seeking a miracle. You are becoming the miracle. And the body feels it. Right now, it is initiating processes of renewal. Not because you force it, but because you stopped interfering. This is not magic. This is your nature. This is the intelligence within you that knows how to restore harmony. Now bring your attention to the area of the heart. Imagine you are breathing through the heart. On the inhale, light enters it. On the exhale, this light fills the entire body. The heart is soft, open. It no longer defends itself. It trusts, and you trust with it. This state is called coherence, when the mind and heart begin to work as one. When the electrical activity of the brain and the rhythms of the heart synchronize. It is in this state that biology changes the fastest. Hold this state. Stay here. There is nowhere to go, nothing to do. Let the music carry you deeper. Let sleep become a continuation of the practice. The subconscious will continue the work, and in the morning you will wake up as if a heavy weight has been lifted from you. Because it has. You are releasing not only tension, you are releasing the old identity. You are no longer the one who constantly survives. You are rebuilding yourself, and you are going all the way. You are your own placebo. You are the beginning of a new path. Now everything that seemed important during the day loses its power. You don't need to solve anything. You don't need to control everything. You don't need to be strong. You don't need to be perfect. You are entering a space where the mind stops analyzing and the body begins to restore itself. You are entering a state in which everything becomes possible. Through breath, through intention, through silence. Take an inhale. Feel how it opens space within you. And exhale. Release fear, tension, expectation from that space. They no longer belong to you. You allow yourself to enter a new rhythm. Slow, calm, like the breath of the earth. This is a natural rhythm, the rhythm in which the body remembers how to be whole, where the mind becomes an observer rather than a judge, where emotion is not a prison but a signal. You tune in to a frequency that exists beyond thought, and you begin to hear it. In this silence, you are real. Now imagine you step out of your familiar form, as if removing an old costume stitched from worries, roles, expectations. You step out of the role you've played for too long. And beyond that role, you are free. You simply are. You are energy. You are awareness. You are the observer without labels, without obligations, without a past. It is in this state the transformation happens, because you stop being the one who clings to the old and become the one who chooses the new. Now bring your attention into the body, but feel it not as flesh, but as a field. Close your eyes. Imagine that inside you are radiant energy, soft, fluid, intelligent. It moves freely, and you simply observe. Imagine that in every organ, in every cell, light begins to pulse. It is alive. It activates dormant areas. It restores connections. You do not interfere. You allow. Because the body knows, and your task is not to get in the way. Now tune in to the feeling of wholeness. Imagine that you are already healed, not in the future, right now. You are not searching for health, you are in it. You are not fighting symptoms, you are beyond illness. Feel what it is like to be free from pain, to be filled with energy, to be light. In this moment, you activate new biology, genetic alchemy. The body begins to create differently. Say to yourself slowly, calmly, I choose healing. I choose freedom. I choose renewal. My cells are regenerating. My systems work in harmony. My mind is clear. My heart is open. My body responds. Repeat this not with effort, but with trust, as a conversation with the higher intelligence that has always lived within you. It hears, it responds, and you can feel it. Let your breath become even softer, even slower. On the inhale, you connect with the light. On the exhale, you become that light. Listen to the space within. There are no words, no thoughts, only the pulse of life. It guides you. It restores you. It rebuilds you. And you no longer resist. You move with it. Imagine lying down on the light. It is warm. It lifts you. It wraps around you like a weightless blanket. You are protected in it. You are dissolved in it. You are whole in it. In this light, nothing unnecessary exists. Only what you choose to be. Your new reality is already here. In sensations, in emotions, in state. Stay in this space. Do not rush. Everything that needs to happen is already happening. You simply allow it. And this is the greatest act of power. Without struggle, without pressure, only silence, only acceptance, only love for yourself. This is how the future is created, not through effort, but through state. Now you may dissolve into the breath. It knows where to lead you. The music knows how to hold you. The subconscious knows how to continue the work while you sleep. You trust, because you are your own placebo. You are your own restoration. You are not the result of the past. You are the cause of the future. You rest, and the process continues. You sleep, and the transformation deepens. You release, and therefore you receive. Everything is already in motion. Everything is already working. With each evening, you enter this space more deeply, and the body remembers more quickly how to be free. The mind becomes calm. Thoughts become soft. You are not simply relaxing, you are shifting into another reality. A reality where you are not a spectator, but a creator. Because everything that happens outside begins inside. And each time you enter this state, you align with the future you choose to live. Not in thought, in biology, not in fantasy, in the field of possibility. Take one last soft inhale, and on the exhale, release control, and simply be. You are your own placebo. You are the intelligence guiding the body. You are the love returning itself to life. You are here again. And with each evening, entering this state becomes easier, deeper, more natural. It feels like remembering, not learning, but returning to what has always been your nature. Who are you truly? What are you capable of? What becomes possible when you stop doubting? You are not just a person closing their eyes to sleep. You are a person opening access to a new reality. Because night is not the end of the day. Night is the beginning of renewal. The gateway to new biology, new energy, a new you. Take a slow inhale, and on the exhale, let everything go. Allow yourself to dissolve. Dissolve into the bed, into the breath, into the silence. Let the body sink deeper. Not just the muscles, every cell, every organ. Let everything gradually relax. Let the breath even out. Let the heart slow down. This is a transition, a moment when you stop being only a body and become space. When you stop being a personality and become possibility. Here, you begin to create for real. Now, direct your attention inward, not into thoughts, into sensations. Your body is an antenna. It receives signals. It responds to commands. It lives through emotion. And if you want to change something, you don't need to fight the old. You need to raise a new state. Right now, you are entering the vibration of calm, the vibration of acceptance, a state where there is no need to analyze, no need to judge, no need to fix. Just be. Imagine you're standing before a mirror, but this is not an ordinary mirror. It is the mirror of your potential. In it, you see not who you were, but who you can be. Who you become when you choose strength over fear, trust over control. Look at this person. They live differently. They breathe freely. They move lightly. Their gaze is calm. They do not wait. They walk. And now feel, you are this person. Not later, not someday, now. A shift is happening inside you. Not sharp, not dramatic, quiet but fundamental. A shift in perception, a shift in energy, a shift in consciousness. And from this moment, the body begins to reorganize, because the body always follows the state, and the mind is the conductor. And today, you choose the music. Take another inhale, and on the exhale, release the remnants of the past. All the stories you believed were you, all the limitations you obeyed, all the fears that dictated how you lived. You release them, and with them, you release the image of your old self. You are not pain, not a diagnosis, not memory. You are consciousness, rewriting the code. Now imagine your body as a radiant, energetic field. It is alive, it vibrates, it renews. Every cell seems to remember how to be in harmony. Imagine energy rising along the spine, gently, rhythmically, glowing, pulsing. It reaches the head, activates areas that have been quiet for a long time. And you feel a wave of warmth and clarity. This is not fantasy. This is activation, the new architecture of your state. Say to yourself slowly, calmly, I awaken my power. I release resistance. I choose restoration. My body responds to my belief. My cells hear my love. My mind is open. My heart trusts. I allow myself to be whole. Repeat this not with the mind, but with feeling, until a sense of truth appears. When the words stop being words and become a state. This is not a mantra, it is a launch code. Now let everything grow quiet. Let the breath become slow, almost invisible. Let sounds dissolve. Let only one sensation remain. You are here. You exist, and that is enough. This is where true alchemy begins, without effort, without trying, only conscious presence. You may stay here as long as you wish. Sleep will come when the body is ready. Nothing needs to be rushed. Everything is already moving. Everything is already reorganizing. You are not the observer. You are the source. You are not the effect. You are the cause. You are entering again the state where control dissolves, where time disappears, where you stop being a body and become a field of possibility, a field of renewal. Here you are not tied to the past. Here you do not define yourself through pain. Here you return to your nature, to be the creator, not through struggle, through vibration. With each breath, you go deeper. Each exhale carries you further from old patterns. Each inhale brings clarity. Imagine you are in the center of a large sphere. It is transparent, warm, alive. This is your energetic field. It responds to your state, amplifies feelings, connects you to the field of possibility. You work with it not through logic, but through presence. The deeper the silence, the stronger the response. You send information into the field. I am already whole. I am already free. I am already different. Feel the body begin to resonate, a gentle vibration, warmth, pulsation. These are signs of energy moving. Chemistry is changing. Connections are reorganizing. You don't need to understand how. You only need to feel. Now bring your attention to the center of the belly. There is your point of power. Imagine a light igniting there, dense, golden. It spins, cleanses, releases. The sphere expands, rises upward, moves through the chest, through the throat, into the center of the head, and bursts like a star. The energy is active. It flows. It restores. You allowed, and the process began. Say to yourself, I am not the body. I am consciousness. I am not the story.
I am possibility.
I choose a new level. I release the past. I am the source, not the victim. Repeat this as a feeling. Now imagine your entire body filling with a soft radiance, like liquid light, washing you from within. It connects, it awakens, it restores. You do not interfere. You allow, and let gratitude become your state, not for the result, but for the process, for trust, for life. Gratitude is a bridge. Through it, a new reality forms. You can simply be. Breathe. Listen to the silence. The subconscious will continue the work. The body will integrate the new state. You are not asking for a miracle. You are the miracle. You are not waiting for change. You become the change. And with each evening, entering this space will become easier, because the body will remember, the mind will release, and consciousness will expand. Now you may allow sleep to come. Let it gently cover you as a continuation of this work. Everything is already happening. Everything is already within. Now let everything go. There is nothing to hold, nothing to prove. Just breathe. Let the breath happen on its own. Each inhale gently brings you here. Each exhale carries away the unnecessary. You are not rushing. You do not need to accelerate the process. It is already unfolding. You are already inside it. Become the silence. Become the presence. Become the field. This is not just meditation. This is a state of restoration, reprogramming, rebirth. And you enter it not through effort, but through agreement, softness, allowing. While you rest, the body reorganizes. While you slow down, the mind shifts rhythm. While you fall asleep, the subconscious works, not because you try, but because you chose. And this is your power, not to hope, but to know, not to wait, but to feel, not to ask, but to be. You are your own placebo. You are the mind influencing biology. You are the consciousness changing the signal. You are the potential unfolding here and now. You are here again, within yourself, in the space where the past loses its power, where attention returns to the present moment, where old reactions no longer control you. You no longer need to control everything. You no longer need to depend on the external. You are entering the space of real transformation. This is not just silence. This is a conscious transition from the old version of yourself into a new state of being. Now take a slow, deep inhale, and on the exhale, allow the body to become heavy. Let it sink into the bed. Let it stop holding on. You are safe. Everything that kept you tense is already behind you. The mind is no longer a jailer. It becomes an ally. Imagine or feel a soft stream of light descending from above. It is alive. It is warm. It is intelligent. It moves through the crown, through the entire body, down to the feet. Where there is tension, it dissolves. Where there is fatigue, it restores. You do not need to direct it. You only need to allow it. Now, gently bring your attention to the center of the chest. This is where true transformation begins, not from thought, but from feeling. Feel a new state being born here, a state where you do not need to heal because you are already whole, where you do not search for answers because you live in them, where you do not wait for change because you are the change. This state gently pulses and spreads through the entire body, into every cell, every system. Allow yourself to feel, I choose a new state. My body hears my signal. My cells respond. My energy aligns. My mind is clear. My heart is open. These are not words, they are instructions for the subconscious, a new code. Now feel the space of emptiness. Here there is nothing, and therefore everything is possible. This is not absence, this is potential. Here you do not need to imagine, you need to feel. Calm, acceptance, gratitude. Remember the state you want to live in, not an event, a state. Lightness, freedom, wholeness. And feel that it is already within you, as if you already live this way, already breathe differently, already respond differently. Allow the body to accept this as your new self. Say quietly, I no longer repeat the old. I do not live from pain. I create the new. And the new is already within me. I feel it. I become it. Now release even the words. Let the silence work for you. You have given the signum. You have made the choice. Now do not interfere with the process. Everything is already moving. Everything is already reorganizing. Everything is already happening. You are your own placebo. You are the consciousness renewing the body. Take one final deep inhale for today, and on the exhale, release everything completely. You have become quieter, deeper, clearer. You feel it in the body, not in the mind. You entered this state through allowing, and now it lives within you. You do not need to wait for the result. You live in the process, and that is your power. Feel the lightness, as if the struggle has dissolved, as if everything has softened. You are no longer the one who tries. You are the one who simply is. Stay in this state. Let the night continue the work. You are your own placebo. You are living reality. You are love embodied in a body, and you are only beginning.